How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, doing a little bit of maintenance on the Pursuit. We'll be doing the oil change today. Went and bought the kit. Comes with everything you need. Comes with all the oil filters, rings, washers. So should make life really easy, and everything should be in it. It's part number 2884171. And so it comes with everything you need. I had the bike running for a little bit, just came back from a ride, gave it about 15 minutes to cool down a little, so it is still warm, so let's get this started. Alright, after making sure the bike is warm enough, you're supposed to, if it's cold, let it run for 5 minutes to let it get up to temperature. And this part is optional. You might not have to do this if you have like a Allen wrench, because this is the drain plug right here. But if you need some extra room, this kickstand bump, you could remove that to give you some extra room. So you just need a 10 millimeter, and then just loosen that up. And now you have all this extra room for activities. Right, next, this right here is the drain plug. So you're going to need a 6 millimeter Allen. Hopefully this fits. Right now, I'm just gonna so this is where the bump stop was. So see, you can get a better view now. The Allen, it's 6 millimeter. You get it in there. Right now, I'm gonna crack it, and then I'll pull this out, slide this under there, so that way when I start pulling this out, the oil will drain in there. So, all right. So see. Now I'm gonna pull that out and slide. Oops. That's the drain pan. I'm probably blocking it, but there you go. Loosen up. I'm also right now opening up the fill plug. And now we just let the oil drain. And after that's drained, then we gotta pull out the filter. And then basically start filling everything back up. Alright, so while that's still draining, the next thing we're going to do is change out this O-ring. The kit comes with a new one, so probably work better if you had a pick, but be careful and try not to mar the metal at all. Pull that one out. Voila. I just use a really thin, like eyeglass screwdriver. Just kind of like lift it up and slide it out. Pull up the new one. And then finagle it in. Voila. O-ring change. Then you got a new crush washer. Kind of put that on there before I slide it back in, because it's for the most part done draining now. It's just, as you can see, just dripping. I want to clean off the surface as best as I can. Grab a little bit of oil and rub it on the O-ring, so that way you know it's not going in dry. And then I'm going to reinsert this. Get it in as much as you can. I'm trying to get it hand tight first. Alright, so that's just snugged up right now. Let me finish cleaning this up. Alright, so let me grab my torque wrench, and this needs to be torqued down to 15 foot-pounds. So I'm gonna grab my torque wrench and tighten that up, and then we'll start removing the oil filter. Alright, got the torque wrench. Alright, got the torque wrench. Getting it in there. There you go. 15 foot-pounds. And I'm going to reinstall the bump stop right now. I'm here. That way, once I'm done in this area, I am done. Until I need to refill. Alright, I don't have a really torque spec for that, but I'll torque it down to the same as the drain plug, 15 foot-pounds. I don't have a torque spec for that, so alright, that should be good enough. Now, onto the oil filter. Alright. So now that we got the plug and the drain plug put back in, new crush washer and gasket, it's time to get to the oil filter. That is right here. This is the battery. Yeah, you can see the kickstand over there. So this is on the clutch side. And you're going to need a 2.5 inch oil filter wrench. I do not have one right now, so hopefully a pair of channel locks and some finagling will be able to get that thing out of here. Yeah, this is going to be fun.
Well, that didn't go as planned. Luckily, too much didn't spill. Yeah, not my first time doing this, but well, now I really need to get it off. Why it helps to have the right tools. Alright, well, let this drain out a little bit more and let me figure out what I can do to get this thing off. I'll be back. Alright, well, off camera, I basically just used the channel locks and kept turning because that's pretty much all I had to do, and I think I got it loose enough where I can start spinning it off by hand. Definitely not an ideal way to do it, and if it wasn't 1 o'clock in the morning, I probably would have just went to an auto parts store and got the wrench. But sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. It is now off, and it looks like all is done draining out. As you can see, I kind of mangled it, but I got it out, and that's the important thing. Now let me clean this mess up a little bit. So after you get the filter out, I'm going to use my phone and see if I can see where. Alright. Right now I'm looking up at the, give you a view. I don't know how well it's gonna work, but that's what the, right there is what the mating surface of the oil filter looks like. So you know what I'm saying. I'm just gonna get this rag, wipe off the mating surface. So that way when I put the new filter on, it's got a clean surface. Yeah, now, I don't know, hopefully you can see it in there, but it's clean now. There was like a dark ring, but now it's gone. So, I'm gonna grab the new filter and get that screwed in place. Alright, the Indian oil filter. That's the part number. This is a stock Indian filter, so Just grab some oil. Gonna lube up the gasket. Don't want to put it on there dry. So it's got a little bit of oil on it. Alright, so right. And now it's hand tight. So what I'm gonna do is take these gloves off because they're slippery. I grab a rag. I'm gonna tighten up right now as tight as I can. According to the correct instructions, you're supposed to get it tight and then turn it under the 3/4 of a turn with, the wrench. So right now I'm just gonna get it tight. Tomorrow morning I'm going to get the wrench. Get the wrench, tighten it up all the way so that way it's correct. So that way you know what needs to get done. But right now I'm just gonna get it hand tight as I possibly can, and then finish doing the rest of the stuff. But that once you get it tight as you can, then twist it 3/4 of a turn more. 4 quarts. You add 4 quarts in, stand the bike up completely flat, start it up, let it run for 30 seconds, shut it off, and then you add the last quart or fill to as needed. But right now let's just get these 4 quarts in and then go from there. Alright, after you got the oil in, the 4 quarts, don't do what I did and make a mess. I'm gonna put the dipstick back in. Seat it securely all the way in. Alright, now I said, we start. Alright. Get it vertical, start it, let it run for 30 seconds, and then you put in the last quart. Now for the last quart.
Alright, just like the last time. Once I just put the last quart in. I figured since you've seen the other 4 in, we just did the last one. Take a funnel. A little bit of overspill. That's all clean. Put that to the side. Reinsert the dipstick, and just like last time, stand the bike upright. Let it run for 30 seconds. Then you can do the final check to make sure that it's completely full and where it's supposed to be. So. So that was about 30 seconds. And figure out how I'm going to keep this thing vertical so I could properly check the last, make sure it's where it's supposed to be. It's probably not the ideal. You probably want somebody to help you out with this, but since it's 2:20 in the morning, don't really have a whole lot of people to help you out. So put a block of wood, almost straight, up and down, but not 100%, but pretty close. So what you gotta do now is pull out the dipstick, clean it off, and then reinsert it, and then make sure it's in between the fill lines. Let me show you with this thing right now, so it's not dripping all over the place. The fill lines are these two right here. So once you put it back in, seat it fully, and then take it back out, the oil needs to be between these two lines right here. So. Bottomed out. And there you go. It's in between. It's where it should be. So put this back in. That's nice and snug. Now, just gotta reset the computer, and then the job done. Alright, resetting the computer is pretty straightforward. Hit the center Kai button, you go to all settings. Then you go to vehicle. Then you see oil life. And so load chains do. You hit reset. Reset oil life. And bam. There you go. So all this to do it to reset that. As you can see, there really isn't a whole lot to change the oil on this thing. It's pretty easy if I had the correct tools. I probably would have been done with the whole thing in about 20 minutes. It didn't take long at all. Just remember 2.5 inch for the oil filter, and it was 6 millimeter for the drain plug, and 10 millimeter for the kickstand bracket thing. And yeah, it was really easy to do. I think most of the time I was just letting the oil oil drain. But yeah, no big deal. Hopefully you found this helpful, and you can save yourself quite a bit of money instead of going to the dealer to have them do it. A couple of tools and you'll be done. Like I said, probably about 20-30 minutes. Yeah, hopefully you found this helpful. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing. It'll help me a lot. Lets me know what kind of stuff that you guys want to see, and this is the kind of stuff you want to see. General maintenance, brake changes, oil changes. Just general maintenance. Leave all that information. Leave what you want to see in the comments, and like I said, like and subscribe. That shows me that you guys like what the content that I'm putting out. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. I think I'm gonna go wash up and indulge in a beverage. So thanks for watching. Take care. Remember, you only live once. Live it to the fullest. See you in the next video.